Hello everyone, it's another beautiful day, so hopefully you're enjoying the nice warm weather. So it's day 3 of birds, and we are going to start by going over our vocabulary words. So just try your best to say the word, and then I'll say it too, so you can check yourself. Actually, I should shuffle these. I haven't done that for a while. Here we go. You ready? And begin. Warm-blooded, keen, nurse, omnivore, antenna, cold-blooded, exoskeleton, predator, camouflage, migrate, adaptable, colony, vertebrates, herbivore, carnivore. All right, you should be getting those by now. We've been doing a lot of practice. So, we have been talking about birds. Today, we are going to do a fact or opinion on birds, and then we are going to do some exploration. So we're going to take a look at mostly owls and penguins, but we'll check out a couple other really cool birds too. And then you'll have the chance to explore a bird of your choice. All right, and then that will be the assignment that you upload today. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen. We'll go right over to that bird sort. Fact or opinion. Oh, actually, before I share that, let's review. What's a fact? What's an opinion? So we went over this during Mammal Week. Now, a fact can be proven, right? It is something we know to be true. So some examples were, there are 25 kids in my class. How can she prove that? She can count them. An opinion is someone's feeling or belief, right? So it's something you think that could be different from what I think, right? Or from what Anthony thinks, or from what Joshua thinks, right? Or Sarkis or Tigran, right? We all have different thoughts, beliefs, opinions, and that's okay. Actually, it's really good. It's what makes people interesting. If we all had the same opinions, we would get bored pretty quickly. So let's take a look at some facts and opinions, and you can help me sort them out. All right. So birds, fact or opinion? Okay. Feathers help keep birds dry. Was that a fact? I remember yesterday we talked about ducks and how their feathers are a little bit waxy, so that's a fact. Got it. Hey, fact or opinion? Birds sing beautifully. What do you think? Is it a fact or opinion? Well, I love going out in the morning and hearing the birds, but I know there are some birds people don't like very much, Right? My husband's parents sometimes have a peacock go through their backyard that makes very loud noises that they don't like. My mom hates the sounds of crows. So this is an, let's see, opinion. It depends on the person, it depends on the bird. We're all going to have different thoughts on that. A fact or opinion. Birds help plants grow. That is a fact. One bird that really helps birds grow is hummingbirds. And we'll be learning about them today. Also, birds help spread seeds, which help plants thrive and survive. Okay, next one, fact or opinion. All birds need food and water. Is that something we could prove? Yeah, absolutely. It's a fact. Fact or opinion. Birds should like food better than water. I want you to take note of that word should, right? Oh, what did I do? Well, you just saw the answer. But whenever you see should or I think, those are clear signs that it's an opinion, right? It's not something we really can prove or know for sure. All right, fact or opinion. Female birds lay eggs. Fact. Definitely could prove that. And remember, that's one reason why the female birds are more camouflaged. They need to protect those eggs from predators. So that's a fact. Hey, fact or opinion. Feathers help keep birds warm. I want to say fact. What do you think? Okay, let's check it out. Fact. It's kind of like how hair and fur help keep mammals warm. Interesting. Okay, fact or opinion. Peacocks are pretty. Gosh, well, I sure think so. You saw my earrings yesterday. But I do think it's a matter of opinion. Other people might not think peacocks are pretty. It's an opinion. All right, fact or opinion, birds have hollow bones. That's a fact, right? That helps them fly. Their hollow bones, their fused collarbone, their wings, those are all things that help birds take flight. Fact. Okay, male birds should care for baby birds. Well, I think so. Be great if the male birds helped out more. Isley, just a minute, hun. But maybe the male birds don't think so. Let's see. That's an opinion. Okay, fact or opinion. Some birds migrate in the winter. We talked about this yesterday. That's absolutely a fact. Okay, last one. Fact or opinion. Birds make good pets. I think they do. I used to have a bird named Benji. I have a lot of friends who would never want a bird as a pet though. So that would be an opinion. And I do want to show you a quick video of Benji. He's no longer alive, but he was a really good bird. He would fly all around this house all the time. I felt bad caging him up. Here he is. Do you remember Benji?
Benji, come here.
Yeah. See, he would fly to me. And on the parakeets, you see the cere over his beak? His is blue. That's how you can tell he's a boy. The girls actually have pink ceres. All right.
What is that?
Going to stop the share. Okay, so now I have some more interesting facts about birds. First one, the ostrich. It's the largest and heaviest species of bird living in the world today. There used to be a bigger bird. It was the elephant ostrich, I believe, which was, oh no, it's called the elephant bird. It also could not fly like the ostrich, but it was twice as big. But now the ostrich is the biggest bird, and it's very fast. So even though it can't fly, it can outrun most predators and enemies. They're also very strong. They have powerful legs. All right, next up we have the hummingbird. Right, they are the smallest birds in the world. And unlike most birds, they can hover in one place and fly backwards. The African gray parrot. Okay. The African gray parrot is thought to be the smartest of all the birds. It is also the best talker. It can easily learn to say 900 words or more. That is really cool. With the penguins, they also can't fly, but they are great swimmers. And they live in South America and Antarctica. They do not live on the North Pole. That's where the polar bears live. Just a couple more. Oh, this one is cool. Number 7, the peregrine falcon is the fastest flying bird. And actually, it's also the fastest animal in the world, right? Most people say it's the cheetah, but the cheetah only goes around 70 miles per hour. The peregrine falcon can go over 200 miles per hour. So I didn't know that before. That's a good fact to have. 2 more. Let's see, I have number 9. The most common bird in the world is the chicken. There are more chickens on Earth than people. Last one I wanted to share is the owl. Most farmers love having owls around. A single barn owl will eat over 1,000 mice per year. And we're actually going to learn more about owls right now. As we watch this video, it's only about 3 minutes. I want you to think of 2 things you have learned. All right? It's good to take notes in your head or jot things down. It will help you remember them longer. So let me share my screen. Where is it? Here we go.
I want water.
Okay, honey, I'll go get it.
Owls are predators. This means they eat other animals.
Ooh.
Most owls hunt at night, so their bodies are adapted to help them pursue their prey in the dark. The most obvious adaptation is an owl's large eyes. They're huge, and they seem to fix right on you. Wow! But did you know that owls can't move their eyes from side to side like you do? Their eyes are always looking in the direction they're facing. Can you imagine how you would see the world if you couldn't glance to the side? You'd have to hop in a circle to see who or what was next to you. But owls don't hop in a circle. They have another adaptation that helps them to see each side and behind them. Owls have very flexible necks. This lets them turn their heads almost in a full circle. Wouldn't it be freaky if you were able to turn your head almost all the way around?
Ew!
Owls are also adapted to hear the smallest sounds of prey moving in the dark. See how the front of an owl's face is almost circular and slightly hollowed like a bowl? This shape is called a facial disc, and it gathers sound around the owl's head and into its ears. So an owl sitting in a tree can hear its food moving, even if it's a little mouse scurrying way down below. It's just like one of those awesome detective toys you can use to hear your buddy from far away.
What you got there? Nothing. What?
And it may just help you find food too.
What? Some candy. I want some.
Another adaptation that makes an owl a great hunter is how quietly it flies. An owl's flight feathers have serrated edges like a comb. This means they aren't smooth like most birds. These special edges break up the wind flowing over the wings, letting an owl fly almost silently. Shh. Can you see how this would help it hunt? It's sort of like playing hide and seek. If you're trying to sneak up on a friend, you'd want to stay really quiet. Soft serrated grass can muffle the sound of feet, just like the owl's serrated feathers muffle the wind.
Gotcha.
But what if you're running on hard concrete? It would be pretty difficult to surprise somebody then. If a prey animal can't hear the owl approaching, it won't run and hide. And then the owl gets to eat. But do you know what happens to an owl every time it eats? It throws up.
Ew! What does it throw up?
An owl pellet. When an owl eats, it eats the whole animal,
Ugh.
including the bones and fur. Doesn't that sound yummy?
Oh, yeah!
Owls can't digest bones and fur, so they vomit up those animal parts in the form of an owl pellet. And if you carefully pull the pellet apart, you can find those tiny bones.
Oh, awesome. It's so tiny. It's a skull.
Whoa! Awesome! I think I'll just eat this.
In the winter, owls will be courting, so that's the best time to listen for the calls of the great horned owl. Who knows what you might hear?
Wow.
Are you sure that
Wow, so I learned a lot in that video. I even wrote some notes so I really remember. Right, so owls are nocturnal. They have eyes that can't move side to side like us, but their necks are extra flexible, which helps them see better. And they have special ears to hear even the smallest of sounds at night. They have special wings to fly quietly. Right, all these things make owls great predators. Remember, they like to eat mice and insects. So with these adaptations, they are able to survive by catching their prey. Also, the really gross fact I learned, Eyes, can you turn that down? The really cool fact I learned was about the pellets. I didn't realize that was them throwing up. Yeah, so they eat the whole part of, say, like the mouse. So they catch the mouse, they'll eat the whole thing, including the fur and the bones, and then they throw that part back up, which was pretty icky. So the other video I have is on penguins, which are another really cool bird. So I will share that right now. How do I get out of here? Just press the button. Is that it? I don't know. Let's just a minute here. Technical difficulties. All right, I figured it out. Here we go. Penguins on Brain Pop. Again, this is less than 3 minutes. As we watch, try to think of some things you've learned.
Do you think they know they're indoors?
Just a minute, I forgot to share the sound. There we go.
Let's have that letter. Dear Tim and Moby, are penguins only found at the South Pole? From Wellington. Nope, penguins live all over the southern hemisphere, including Antarctica, New Zealand, South America, southern Africa, and the Galapagos Islands. Penguins are aquatic birds, so they live along coastlines, mostly in large colonies. All 17 species of penguin have black and white bodies, but they're not identical. Fjordland penguins have bushy yellow eyebrows. Emperor penguins are usually more than a meter tall. Penguins are birds, but they can't fly. Well, for one thing, their bones are solid, which makes them too heavy. Most birds have hollow bones. Penguins are great swimmers, though. Their wings have evolved into flippers that help them maneuver in the water. Like other aquatic birds, penguins have webbed feet. Since they spend most of their time in the water, that's where they feed off of fish, mollusks, and crustaceans. Penguins eat all of these things while swimming along. No, they don't have fur beneath their outer layer to keep warm, but many species have adapted a sort of insulation for cold weather. Their squat bodies keep a minimum of surface area exposed to the air, and they have a layer of thick fat, and their short, stiff feathers keep them warm and waterproof. But remember, not all penguins live in the cold. The Galapagos Islands are close to the equator, and New Zealand is pretty mild. It's true, penguins seem like they'd be pretty easy pickings for hungry predators. Their stubby legs make them pretty clumsy on land, and they can't fly away. That's why they live in isolated environments, without a lot of land predators. Their main enemies are killer whales and leopard seals, both of which attack in the water. But penguins have black backs and white bellies, creating something called countershading. When they swim, their black backs blend in with the water below, protecting them from predators above. Looking into the sun, predators below the penguin see the white belly as part of the water. So that black and white is actually camouflage. Right, they're fast swimmers too.
Both penguin parents contribute to the care of the children.
Male penguins even help incubate the eggs. Well, you don't have to get all mushy about it. That's just what they're evolved to do. Oh, okay, it's cute. You happy now?
Okay, so yeah, like I said, I really love penguins. One thing I learned is that they are camouflage. I never realized that, but their black and white really helps them blend in, depending on if an animal's looking up at them into the sun or down on them into the deep sea. Another thing I already knew but still love is that the dad penguins help sit on the eggs. Yeah, the daddy penguins help sit on the eggs. So now it is your turn to explore a bird. So I have some possible videos you could watch on the lesson plan on Class Dojo. I have found some really cool videos. They're all short, and they include hummingbirds, parrots, falcons. Remember, the fastest animal in the world. There's turkeys. A really cool one is the Cape Gannet. They're diving birds. And I might try to add a couple more for you. But yeah, you just need to pick one. Just one. Though you could watch all of them if you want. They're all pretty cool. You're going to pick one that you want to watch, and then in your journal, you'll write 2 things you learned, and then type it into Class Dojo under bird exploration. So there are the same sentence starters we've been using on the lesson plan to help you out. So it's, I watched a video on, you tell me what kind of bird. I learned, I also learned. Right, so you're just telling me which bird you watched a video on, and then 2 things you learned. So you'll be writing it in your journal and then typing it up. It's only 3 sentences, so the typing shouldn't take too long. And that's your one assignment that you need to submit today. So yeah, that's it. Oh, if you would rather read something about a bird instead of watch a video, that's okay too. If you go on to Get Epic, there's a lot of bird books, and I'm sure you could find some others on different sites as well, just by Googling the bird you want to learn about. So that's it, everyone. Have a wonderful afternoon. Ezra, do you want to say bye?
Bye.